In this lecture, we are going to see ER model basics. I, Professor D.V. Kosti, welcome you for this lecture. All the content I have taken from the book Database System Concepts, 4th edition by SKS. Let us see what is ER model. So E stands for entity, R stands for relationship. So ER data model is consisting of different objects that we call it as entities and the relationships among these objects. In this lecture, we will come to know what exactly entity is, what exactly relationship is. So it was developed to facilitate database design by allowing specification of enterprise schema, which which represents the overall logical structure of a database. So this ER model needs entities, relationships, and the details so that logical structure of the database is decided. So the contents of the lecture are entity sets, relationship sets, and attributes. So let us see one by one. First is entity set. Now we will take example of each and every point. Now what entity is? You can see an entity is a thing or object in the real world that is distinguishable from all other objects. Entity has some properties, and the values for some set of properties may uniquely identify an entity. Let us take an example of this. A student is an entity. If I say a student is an entity, then set of properties for the student are the class in which he is studying, the name of the student, mobile number of the student, email ID of the student, etc. So I have mentioned some of the properties here which may uniquely identify a student. Then what is entity set? An entity set is a set of entities of the same type that share the same properties or same attributes. Then the example of this is what? If one student is entity and the properties we have name, mobile number, class, and email ID, then example of entity set is all the students of the class. So this we call it as entity set. Here the set of entities is always having the same properties for each entity. Now student in the class, so there may be n number of students. We generally call or distinguish these students using roll number. So if we have students right from roll number 1 to roll number 50, we have 50 students in the class. So entity set contains 50 students in the class. So I hope you understood the two important concepts in the ER model. First is entity, nothing but any distinguishable uh, thing or an object that we have taken example here as a student. An entity set, the uh, collection of all such a similar type of entities which are having the same properties. So this is all about entity sets. Examples I have given here, you can uh, read carefully and you can make your own example also. Let us go to the next point. I have taken directly attribute here. What are the attribute types? There are different types of attributes. First one is simple and composite attribute. Second one is single valued and multi-valued attributes. Third one is derived attribute. So let us discuss one by one here. Simple and composite attribute. Simple means what? Nothing is going, the attribute is very much simple. I will give the example of simple attribute, and simple attribute is an attribute which cannot be divided into subparts. Then what is composite attribute? So composite attribute, opposite to simple, can be divided into different parts. Now let us take the example. In the previous slide, we have seen here name. Each student Student is an entity, a set of properties we have taken name. So here attribute is name, but name can be subdivided later on. How can it be? First name, middle name, last name. So the entity which is divided into subparts is called as composite attribute. So simple attribute which cannot be divided into subparts, composite attribute which can be divided into subparts. Okay, we'll go to the next type, single valued and multi-valued attribute. Now see, single valued example I have given here is date of birth, and multi-valued I have given example as mobile number. So single valued attribute is nothing but an attribute which cannot be divided into two parts, which cannot have another value which is having only single value. The name itself indicates single valued. So date of birth can also be divided into three parts, like date, then month, and then year. So DOB is composite attribute, but it is a single value because date of birth is going to be one and the same. It will not have another value for each and every person. Similarly, if you take an example to see multi-valued attribute, consider a scenario of mobile number. So one person can have multiple mobile numbers. So multi-valued attributes example is mobile number. It is simple, no problem in this. We'll go to the next, derived attributes. Now see, derived attribute is an attribute which is calculated depending on the attribute. Example, age. Age is called as derived attribute because if we have an attribute date of birth, depending on that attribute DOB, we can calculate age. So it is called as derived attribute. I hope you understood attribute types. First one is simple, which cannot be divided into, which cannot be subdivided. Composite attributes, yes, which can be divided into different parts that we are going to see on the next slide. Single valued and multi-valued. Single valued means the attribute which is having only one value, single value, date of birth. Multi-valued means the attribute which can have multiple values like mobile number. Derived attributes means the attribute which is calculated depending on the attribute. So here example is age is derived from the date of birth. I hope you understood attribute types. Let us see the entity sets. First entity set is name, the road. I will use annotation. This is nothing but account number in the bank. This is nothing but name of a person. This is street, and this is customer city. So this is one type. This is one entity set. We have another entity set, loan. So here loan number 17, loan and its number, and this 1000, 2000 is indicating the branch in which the loan is taken. So this is an entity set. We have entity like loan number, loan number, loan number, loan number, and these are the customers, customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, customer 4, like this. So this is the diagram for entity sets, and the diagram for attributes, whatever we have just seen. Composite attribute, customer name and customer address. See, what is the composite attribute? Name, I just said name can be subdivided into first name, middle or initials, and last name. Similarly, address can be subdivided into street, city, state, and postal address. Now, street can also be divided into street number, street name, and apartment number. So this is called as composite attributes that we have already discussed. Let us go to the next point, that is nothing but relational sets. Now, a relation is nothing but one table and another table. If they are dependent on each other, if they belong some relation, that we call it as a relationship in the ER model. So relationship is an association among several entities. Now this slide looks very complicated. A relationship set is a set of relationships of the same type. Formally, it is a mathematical relation on n greater than 2, possibly non-distinct entity sets. Now some expression. If E1, E2, En are the entity sets, we have just seen what is meant by entity set. Entity set is a collection of same type of entities. So if we have E1, E2 and En, capital E1, capital E2 and capital En are the entity sets, then a relationship set R is a subset of collection of E1, E2, En. These are the small e's. We call it as a relationship belongs to E1, which belongs to E1. So small e1 is nothing but a relationship, and capital E1 is nothing but entity set. Entity set. So each and every relation is each and every entity is having relationship with different entity set. Now I already said this seems very complicated, but let us see the example. Now see here, what is this example? Relationship borrower. Now consider here there are two entity sets as we discussed earlier. First one is loan and second one is branch. Now we can define relationship set among loan branch to denote association between a bank loan and the branch in which that loan is maintained. Now here you can see, I will annotate again. Here you can see Jones is having relationship because Jones is having loan in branch 1000 and the loan number is 17. Now Jones is not having the loan in any other bank as this table indicates, relationship table. Coming back to the Smith holds the loan account number 23 in branch 2000, but at the same time Smith is holding the account in the bank number 900. Then loan account number is 11. Next is Hayes, containing Hayes holding the loan in only one bank 1500. Jackson having the loan in only one bank. Williams is having loan in bank number 1000. Now see here, two situations are given here. First situation is bank number 1000 is having loan number 17, which is held by Jones and Williams. And similarly, Smith is holding the loan in two different banks, that is 2000 and 900. So this loan type is different, this loan type is different, but Jones and Williams have taken the same type of loan in the same bank. So now you can understand how the relationship is shown here in terms of table. I hope you understood this. Let us come back to the previous slide, that is relationship sets. Now here you can see if E1, E2 are the entity sets, then a relationship set R is a subset of relationship E1 is a subset of entity set E1. Relationship E2 is a subset of entity set E2. Similarly, En is a relationship which is a subset of entity set En. So that is what we have seen in this particular example. I repeat again, relationship set is nothing but a diagrammatic view of the relation between two different entity sets. Let us go to the next slide, that is concluding remark. In this lecture, we have seen what is meant by entity. We have seen what are the different attributes of entity, what are the different attribute types. After that, we have seen relationship sets. Coming with the constraints in the next lecture. Subscribe the channel to see the next videos. Thank you. Happy learning. We will meet in the next lecture.